Good morning all of you. Today in this video lecture we will discuss about population and the population attributes. In this particular section we will describe about the definition of population and what are the various attributes of population. First of all, let us come to the definition of population. As far as population definition is concerned, it is the total number of interbreeding individuals. Okay? The total number of interbreeding individuals of the same species that are found in a geographical area. So, they constitute a population. That means, all the interbreeding individuals of the same species found in a geographical area, they constitute the population. This is the population which is the unit of ecosystem through which energy flows, nutrients get cycled, and all these events they help in maintaining the stability of the ecosystem. Got it? You know, you have come across the term ecosystem. So, I need not have to explain what ecosystem is. So, this is what your population is. So, it is nothing but the collection of interbreeding individuals of the same species found in a geographical area. Now, let us come to the population attributes. In this particular section, we will discuss about 10 attributes of population. These include density, natality, mortality, dispersal, growth form, sex ratio, population growth rate, carrying capacity, biotic potential and environmental resistance, age distribution and age structure. So, as far as first one is concerned, it is density. So, density of a population. It is a very simple one. Density means it is the total number of individuals of a species per unit area at a given time. So, total number of individuals that are found in a particular area in a given time, that is what your density is. So, you can calculate density by the formula n by s. N is equal to number of individuals divided by space or your area. Got it? Your density can be of two types, that is it can be explained in two ways, expressed in two ways: crude density and ecological density. Got it? Crude density is the density of a species population expressed with reference to total area. So, what is crude density? Crude density is the density of a species population expressed with reference to total area. Got it? This is what your crude density. Another one is ecological density. Ecological density is expressed with reference to actual area of habitat available to the species. Okay. Ecological density is expressed with reference to the actual area of habitat that is available for the species. Got it? So, this is what your crude density and ecological density. Now, let us come to the second attribute, that is natality. It is the average number of new individuals that are produced by the population in a unit time. So, natality or birth rate is the average number of new individuals produced by the population in a unit time. This is what your natality is. Got it? So, natality or birth rate can be found out by the formula, that is number of births per unit time divided by average population. Birth rate is number of births per unit time divided by average population. This is what your natality is. You know, natality is, it can be explained in two ways, that is potential natality and second one is realized natality. What is that potential natality? Potential natality is the maximum number of births under ideal conditions of environment. Okay. Maximum number of births under ideal condition of environment is called potential natality or maximum natality. It is otherwise called as biotic potential. Got it? Maximum number of births under ideal condition of environment. This is what your maximum natality or potential natality is. Then, as far as your realized natality or ecological natality is concerned, it is the actual number of birth. That was maximum number of birth, but here it is actual number of birth under particular environmental condition. Okay, actual number of birth under particular environmental condition is called your ecological natality or realized natality. Remember, always remember that realized natality is always less than the potential natality. Got it? The realized natality is always less than the potential natality. Got it? Now next one, next attribute, that is mortality. What is mortality? It is nothing but number of deaths in a population during given period. Okay, how many deaths have occurred in a population during a specified period? That is what your mortality. So death rate or mortality can be explained by the formula number of deaths divided by time. Okay, number of deaths divided by time. It depends on physiological factors like number of old individuals, food and feeding of population, health status, nutritional status, etc. That means all these factors, they determine the death or mortality of a population. Okay, physiological factors like old individuals, how many number of old individuals are there in the population, more is the number of old individuals, there is every possibility of mortality rate being high. Okay, food and feeding of population, then health status of the population, nutritional status of the population, all these factors, they determine the mortality of the population. Now let us come to the next attribute, that is your dispersal. What is this dispersal in a population? Nothing but the inward and outward movement of population of a given area. Okay, dispersal is the inward and outward movement of population of a given area. It is of two types: inward movement, that means immigration; outward movement means emigration. Okay, so dispersal can be immigration as well as emigration. Immigration means inward movement, emigration means outward movement. Got it? Now let us come to the immigration, that is inward movement. What is immigration? It is the number of individuals of the same species that have come into the habitat from elsewhere during a time period. Got it? That means the number of individuals who have come from outside to a particular habitat, from outside to a particular habitat, that constitute the immigration. What is the significance of immigration? Actually, it increases the population size. So if it is the population inward movement of individuals, that means from outside into the habitat, new individuals are coming and they are mixing with the present population, as a result of which the present population increases. This is what your immigration is. Got it? Now let us come to the emigration. Okay, emigration. What is that? Emigration means outward movement. What is that outward movement? That means it is a number of individuals of the population who left the habitat and gone elsewhere during the time period. That means individuals are moving out of the population to somewhere else. Got it? In immigration, people were coming from outside to inside. That means they were mixing with people. They were coming from outside and they were mixing with people, as a result of which population was increasing. But here in case of immigration, people are leaving, or individuals are leaving that population, as a result of which the population is getting reduced. Okay. So immigration, the significance of immigration is that it decreases the size of the population. Got it?